Hi, just doing a post analysis on the trade I took on Australia Canadian dollar for a buy. So I took this trade entirely based on correlation. I was talking some other pair, which I can't remember, but I was talking that pair, but I could not get a fill on that pair. So as a result, I came on this pair and I thought about buying this instead. So I entered this pair completely based on correlation. Did not know a thing about this pair. I just missed an entry on some other pair, came on this pair and took a trade for a buy. The trade did not perform as expected because the other pair was rising very sharply, and over here obviously we had a V formation followed by the set number 1, then we had the set number 2. I should have waited a bit longer to enter. I just entered at this price over here because I saw the other pair getting started to go, but I saw a very high volume over here. Considering the fact that the big boy wants to go up, it might probe towards the north, but that didn't happen. It took its time, made a V formation over here, and I kept holding on to the trade. I did not get stopped out. We had an aggressive V formation over here, followed by a hold. Then we had test number 1. I should have got out over here, but I was not very focused yesterday, and I just kept the trade running. Then I realized there's a news gonna happen very soon, a medium impact news. Then what I did afterwards was I increased my stop loss and I increased my take profit value a few pips. At this time I think the ATR is 6, so instead of 6 I moved my stop loss to 14 pips and my take profit to 15 pips. But the entry was not good enough. I still got stopped out over here because we had news again at test number 2. So obviously the trade worked out after that. The read was, I won't say good, but the read was alright. The execution is again really bad because I'm still entering way too early. Over here it's a lot early. I should have, obviously emotions kicked in. I was talking some other pair on the CAD group. The entire CAD group was heavily in sync, although we didn't had any correlation over here. The Australian dollar was +1 and the CAD dollar was +5. So the trade is supposed to go down, but I saw the whole Canadian dollar heavily sink for the CAD weakness. So that means this pair is supposed to go up. What I should have done instead was I should have waited for the news to happen, come back over here, and then took a trade over here. That's what I did. I re-entered the AUD CAD for a buy again. So I entered at this price over here. So this was my first attempt. Obviously it's way too early because I had a perception that all the pairs should be moving together at once. So I just blindly hit a buy over here, later realizing that it's not going to work like this. I need to wait for it to slow down and then take a trade. So I attempted a second attempt over here for a buy. Obviously my mind is hijacked. I'm expecting a 500 pip move over here, so obviously wasn't focused enough. After that the trade started going in my favor. I did not remove any profits over here. Everything was looking alright. None of the pairs of the CAD group had reached the recent highs or recent lows. So I just kept holding on the trade, but it just kept grinding and grinding, so I just closed the trade over here. because the first sign I thought that the buyer has given up is because he's lifting over here, then he's holding over here. He's not holding again, he's actually holding at a lower price, so that means he's not desperate for a buy. So that's what, when I realized I need to close the trade. But later on it went in my favor. So obviously on the first attempt the read was not good, because obviously the emotions got kicked in and my brain got hijacked and I blindly hit for a buy. So I need to stay focused and sharp, not to do these blunders again. So the read obviously is good as a trade performed, but I need to be careful about this situation again. I need to enter my trade on the right side of this line. So that's the thing I need to be careful about. The execution obviously is bad because I should have waited, because the price might kept going lower and lower and then go up. So it's for next time I need to make sure it goes back up and then maybe take a trade over here. The money management was bad as well. I should have taken the profits on the high over here, because the ATR value is 6 and I should be expecting a 36 pip move over here. So should have taken full profits over here, because there's no point waiting that long for a 1 hour 15-minute trader. So I should have taken the full profit at this area. I actually should have made a decent profit overall, considering that I had a loss over here. So it's lesson learned. Next time I'll be more watchful about this area. I should be entering my trade on the right side of this line, making sure it comes back up, give me a small pullback and hit a trade over here. So rather than putting a limit order over here, I should be putting a stop order over here, a buy stop order. So when the price goes up, it's more safer that way. The money management became bad as well, because the execution was done blindly, because obviously I'm entering over here, so it's obviously obviously you can see my brain is not focused. I'm just hitting the trade blindly over here. Instead, what I should have done in the entire thing was looking at it from the fresh mind. Obviously I missed the trade, understandable, but that does not mean I should hit the trade blindly over here for a buy. I should have waited for it to pull back, then take a buy over here on test number 1, exit over here, let the news happen, let it come back up, pull back, then take a trade over here and exit over here. I should have I should have done 2 trades, and both the trades should have been winners. So these are the things I need to monitor for next time onwards. Thank you. Bye.